At 6:30 this evening, I was stuck in the traffic jam for the last 1 hour. I was desperate. Tonight, I had a speech to make, and I got this slot after so many weeks. I just couldn't afford to miss the meeting today. I prayed to all the gods and goddesses whom I could think of. Finally, the Almighty smiled at me. The traffic eased, and I was able to reach Banjara just in time. Dear Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, the traffic problem in Bangalore has become terrible. Many of you must have missed so many of your appointments and would have got injured while driving through these congested roads. Those of you who own your own vehicles would have felt so disappointed the first time your vehicle got scratched. And probably from the next time onwards, you felt that this was normal in Bangalore. This traffic situation is not normal. If you compare it with any city in any other developed country, it is quite abnormal. Is it because Bangalore has grown more than 100 folds in the last 5 to 7 years? I beg to disagree. It is not the only city that has grown so much. Just to give you a perspective, let me share some statistics. No doubt, Bangalore has grown more than 100% in the last 7 years. In 1980, Bangalore had a vehicle population of 1.75 lakhs, and today it is more than 25 lakhs, and 200 vehicles are being added every day. Compared to this, Beijing has 33.5 lakh vehicles. Have you ever been to Beijing? It is one of the most planned cities, and it has got highly disciplined traffic. Toastmasters, why is it that traffic in Beijing is much more disciplined in spite of having 6 lakh more vehicles? The fact that we are not able to manage our vehicle is more due to ourselves rather than due to the fact that we have a high growth of population or the number of vehicles on the road. First, do we ever follow while driving the rule of the right of way? For example, if you're traveling on a by road and you're coming onto the main road, the traffic on the main road has the right of way. Instead, all of us think that each of us have the right of way. This is all in our thinking process. I think all of us have become more me-centric. Instead, let us all start thinking of we rather than me, and I'm sure we'll all be able to exercise the right of way much more naturally. Secondly, how many of us have actually got a driving license by taking a complete test? If so, has the RTO instructor actually completely checked your driving skills or your theoretical knowledge? You must be smiling, and I must be sounding like your grandmother. You don't need all this to get a license in Bangalore. Just pay 1,000 rupees, go to the nearest driving school or accompany them to an RTO office and you'll get your license quite easily. But what we actually pay is much worse than the 1,000 rupees. We actually don't get our driving skills. How many of us know that when there's a yellow line on the road, we need to stop, look and proceed? How many of us know that it is mandatory to stop at a zebra crossing? How many of you have enrolled to a motor driving school? Give me one instance when your instructor refused to let you to start your engine before explaining the rules of the road, the ABC rule of your car, or last but not the least, fasten your seat belts. Thirdly, while many of us have drivers, give me an example where you appraised, when was the last time you appraised your driver if he missed a signal or went in the wrong direction? I've seen many educated people having drivers, but what is happening is, even if their driver is missing a signal or going the wrong way, the owner is either sitting at the back reading a newspaper, sleeping or chatting. If you're in a bus and the bus driver jumps a signal, would you be happy or angry with him? In most cases, you'll be happy with him. Friends, the fourth point is we are all victims of poor signal planning. Many times I've seen that when the bus passes a signal, it stops, and the rest of the traffic gets jammed behind, because of which there's a lot of delays caused to the commuters. Toastmasters, it's a shame that Beijing, in spite of having 6 lakh more vehicles, are able to manage their traffic better. It is more to do with ourselves. Let us take things which are in our control rather than blaming things which are not under our control, like the traffic or the rate of growth of the vehicles on the road. For example, let us have a sense of we rather than me. If you don't get the right requisite skills for driving, refuse to take a license. Stop being a mute spectator to all these driving crimes. Whenever you get a chance, try and educate an auto rickshaw driver, a bus driver, or a cab driver. Speak up. Finally, let's all volunteer to become traffic ombudsmen and help the traffic police department. They need our help, and I'm sure they'll not refuse our services. Friends, let us stop telling others that traffic in foreign countries are way better. Let us stop thinking that traffic in Singapore, US or UK can be managed better, and you and me cannot do anything about it, though we are citizens of a powerful nation of 1 billion people. Let us change ourselves. Let us take things under our control and fix this terrible traffic problem. Over to you.